In this tutorial, I'm going to introduce you to Django models. But before I do that, I'm going to change some of the project's file names. Open Try Django. This Try Django is the virtual environment folder. To make it less confusing, I'm going to change the name of the Django project folder, also called Try Django. I'll call it SRC. SRC stands for source code. Create a new folder. Call it static. The static directory will contain the project's static files. I'll discuss this more later. Open Sublime Text. Click Project, save project as. Navigate to the desktop, click on Try Django. Save this project as tryDjango.sublimetext.sublime-project. Hit save. Still in Sublime, click Project, add folder to project. Navigate to the Try Django directory. Hold Command and select both static and source. Hit open. These folders are now on the sidebar. Open Terminal. I could open my project in Terminal by just dragging it into Terminal. Activate your virtual environment. In OS X, type source bin/activate. I can see the source folder here. I'm going to cd into source. Now I'm in the root of the project. I know this because I can see manage.py. I'm going to create a new Django app. Django apps perform a specific function. For example, if I want to allow users to contact us, I would create an app called Contact. To create a new Django application, type Python manage.py start app, and I'll call this app Profiles. So, I call this app Profiles, but you can call it whatever you like. Great. The application profile was automatically created. Open Try Django, go into Source, and you can see the Profiles app. In the Profiles directory, I see this folder called Migrations. I'll come back to migrations more later. I'm going to create the project's first model. This model will help me store data. Open Sublime Text. From the left menu, open Profiles/models.py. Here we go, models.py. Now type class profile models.model name equals models.char field max underscore length equals 1200. Then type def underscore underscore unicode underscore underscore self and return tab in and return self.name. So, I named this model profile. I'm actually going to name it lowercase p for profile. And this model has a field called name. The Unicode returns the profile's name, self.name. I'm going to discuss some Django settings. Open try7, or try Django should I say, and scroll to line 13 here. I'm going to explain what this base directory path is doing. The base directory path is going to the root of the project where manage.py is. I'll explain this base directory path step by step. So first, the base directory path starts by getting the file. The file in this case is settings.py. Base underscore dir then checks what directory settings.py is in, which in this case is try Django. The final part of this base directory path checks what directory try7 is in, which in this case is source. The source directory is the root of the project where manage.py is. I'll briefly describe some settings. Scroll to line 23. When the site goes live, I'll turn debug to equal false. If I don't set debug to false, then users will see any errors. But for now, I'll leave debug set to true while I develop locally because I want to see these error reports right now. Scroll to line 27. When the site is live, allowed host will set the domain name I want to use. Scroll to line 32. Installed apps is where I tell Django what apps are going to be used in this project. In install apps, add the profiles app. Type profiles. Oh, that needs to be in installed apps. And make sure you put the column at the end. I've created the profiles app, made a model for it, and installed it in settings.py. I'm ready to migrate my profiles model into my database. Open terminal after saving your models and settings files and run python manage.py make migrations. Then run python manage.py migrate. Anytime a model is created or modified, make migrations, then migrate must be run. Open Try Django in Finder, then navigate to Source, then Profiles, then Migrations. So in this folder, I can see this app's migrations. I'll add a new field to my profile model. Open profiles/models.py here, and add a new field. I'll call this field description. Type description equals models.text field, uppercase F, save models.py. I need to migrate these changes to the project's database. Open terminal, run python manage.py make migrations. If you click the up and down arrow on your keyboard, you can get old terminal commands. It helps speed up the process. So run python manage.py make migrations. I see an error message. It says I'm trying to add a non-nullable field description to profile without a default. I'm given a few options. Option 1 says it can provide me with a default value. Option 2 says quit and let me add a default to models.py. So I'm going to select option 2 and press enter. Now I'm going to go back to my models.py file and I'm going to type to the text field, I'm going to add, for description, the text field, I'll add null equals true, comma, blank equals true. If null and blank is set to true, then the description field can be empty in the database. Now I don't have to specify a value. This is one way to deal with the error I got. However, I want the description field to have a default value, so I'm going to deal with this error in a different way. Delete null equals true and blank equals true, and type default equals description default. Now that the description field has a default value, I can migrate my model changes to the database. Open terminal, run python manage.py make migrations, then run python manage.py. Oops, I forgot to save models. Let's try that again. Run. Oh, I gotta quit this. Okay, so run python manage.py make migrations. Okay, good, that worked. Now run python manage.py migrate. Good. The migration was run without any errors. In this tutorial, I created a model called profile. Profile has two fields, a char field called name, and a description field and a text field, called description. Remember, whenever changes are made to the model, you need to migrate those changes to the database. See you in the next video.